George Lyon and Margaret Abbott, not exactly household names. They are the last two male and female Olympic gold medalists in golf. Lyon, 1904 for Canada, Abbott, 1900 for the U.S. They are part of an elite club that will be joined later this summer in Brazil.
I've always loved watching the Olympics, so to be able to be a part of the Olympics will be something unbelievable.
I'm looking forward to, just the team aspect of it and getting to be there for the closing ceremonies and be around the other athletes. That's going to be the coolest part of the Olympics.
Just being a part of a team, be able to represent your country is like nothing else.
It's really exciting, and to represent your country at such an international stage is going to be a lot of fun, and because it's the first time next year, I think there'll be a lot of attention towards it.
On Tuesday in Rio, the Olympic golf venue hosted a test event. 9 players giving crucial feedback on the golf course. Highlights and analysis from Frank Nobilo coming up here on Golf Central.
Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
The Olympic Golf Club in Rio hosting a 9-player event on Tuesday. 5 men and 4 women playing a test in advance of the Olympic Games. The layout by Gil Hance, not too far away from the ocean, about 3 miles away from the Olympic Village in Rio. If the qualifying ended today, this would be your U.S. Olympic golf team. Bubba Watson, ranked 4th in the world, coming off a win in L.A. and a 2nd place in Miami. Ricky Fowler, 5th in the world, 3 wins in 2015. Dustin Johnson ranked 9th in the world. And, of course, Jordan Spieth, the world #1 with 6 wins in his last 12 months, including the Valspar Championship coming up this week. For the women's, if it ended right now, Lexi Thompson ranked 3rd in the world, coming off a win at the Honda LPGA Thailand. Stacey Lewis, 4th in the world rankings. Christy Kerr, 14th. Her most recent win, the 2015 CME Group Tour Championship. And with that, welcome into Golf Central. Whit Watson and Tripp Eisenhower in studio. Tripp, the test event that took place in Brazil on Tuesday. What kind of feedback can the players give, and what are the organizers looking for?
Well, this is what you want to do. You want to put professionals. You want to see high-quality shots hitting into the greens, how they accept the shots, how Gil Hance's strategic design, how it plays out with the professional level of golf. And this is what you see, and we saw it, of course, at Doral a couple of years ago, and they didn't really do that there. And, of course, the players the first year, there were some quality shots that ended up in some bad places. The Olympic organizers do not want that to happen. Wise move to do this, and we may see them play a little bit more eventually as we get closer to this tournament.
There were 5 men, 4 women invited. They are all native Brazilians. Imagine the honor being asked to come play this golf course in this situation in your home country. Alex Roca tweeted about how proud he was to be invited. This is Miriam Nagel, 9th hole par 4, to within about 7 feet.
Yeah, a great shot. Now remember, it's about seeing how the golf course is accepting shots, and Gil Hance is a master at using short grass as a hazard. He loves doing that, and you can see that there in the background. A lot of closely mown areas around these greens.
Nagel with the best score among the ladies at 4 under par. Rafael Becker on the 13th hole, the par 4. Greens, obviously, are going to be a focus here during these test events.
They look absolutely pristine right now. I'm sure they'll probably get a little more grain in them the closer we get to August, but with the ocean nearby, that's probably going to happen.
Daniel Stapp on the 9th hole, the par 4. You mentioned Gil Hance, the architect. He moved down to Brazil to oversee the golf course construction. He is also designing a new golf course at Streamsong in Florida. This golf course kind of looks like that a little bit.
Yeah, and there were also some pictures that, and this is Alexander Roca, of course, lives here in Orlando, competes on the web.com tour. And yes, I think you'll see some of that. I saw some pictures that reminded me of some Australasian holes as well. So a great mix of holes for these players, and it's going to be a true challenge. And remember, Whit, the wind didn't really blow today. It doesn't blow this time of year. This is near the ocean, so look out for that. That was the 18th for Roca. Let's hear from the architect.
It was fun to watch. I mean, they were being creative, they were thinking. I think we always try to build courses that are thoughtful, and to see, really they had minimal preparation, but they were still able to kind of discern that, hey, we may want to be at this angle or that angle. So I thought that was fantastic. I think whenever you design a golf course, you want to understand that it can yield good scoring. I mean, it's easy to build the hardest golf course in the world. You want to build a golf course that if players are hitting good shots, they're rewarded and they can score, and I think we saw that today.
Basically, you have a lot of chances for birdies. You have a lot of, there's also some long holes, long par fours, but it's in really good conditions. The greens are rolling superb. Off the tee, the course is actually not as difficult as maybe some other links courses, but I heard that the wind is going to be a lot more in August, but the course is great.
They get this place a little bit firmer, a little bit drier, and it's a nightmare. I mean, it's just it puts such a premium on distance control and iron play. It doesn't say it is not terribly difficult off the tee, if I must be honest. But having said that, I only played on a day without very much wind. If it gets to blow 15-20 miles an hour around here, it could be a nightmare. But from the fairways, placing your ball around the greens it's the most important task that you have, and it becomes really difficult with a bit of wind controlling if it's firm and fast.
I think the course is in amazing conditions right now. In the beginning, with the trouble we had to start building the course, we're a little afraid of not being ready. But today we could see that the course is in absolutely perfect conditions to hold any kind of tournaments. And the highlights are, the greens are absolutely perfect. They're very well designed, and the course has so many great holes. I would say 18 great holes.
The cutoff to make the team for the Olympics is July 11th. Your Olympic golf ranking at that date determines whether or not you go to Rio. Top 15 ranked players in the world are eligible, a max of 4 from each country. Outside the top 15, a max of 2 per country. There are 60 men and 60 women who will qualify. And Brazil, as the host nation, guaranteed 1 player in each of the competitions. As for the golf course itself, par 71, as you may have noticed, 7,133 yards for men, 6,314 yards for women, which is about the average on the LPGA Tour. Designed by Gil Hanse, the course will be open to the public after the games, the first public golf course in Brazil, as a matter of fact. With more on the venue now, here's Frank Nobilo.
Well, Whit, the official test is actually over, and the golf course passed in flying colours. There were 9 players from Brazil, both male and female, and that's really what the whole test was all about. Course architect Gil Hanse was out there every step of the way. I walked actually 9 holes with him to try and see exactly if this golf course will hold up. The ladies obviously going to have to play from different tees. Probably about 1,100 yards short of the golf course will play in August for the lady competitors. And the men's, well, they'll be playing about 7,200 yards on this par 71 golf course, which is a perfect blend of sort of risk-reward holes, some generous fairways, at some stage 50 yards wide. A couple of par 5s are reachable, but there's an amazing finish here too. 16, 17 and 18 will certainly give the eventual winner a chance to finish strong and get that gold medal. You can see the people out here, they're already crowded around Rio. It's a home for festivals. They're already celebrating. We're in the summer months now. We've got to still wait a few more months to the middle of winter when it won't quite be as hot as what it was today, Whit. But they'll be partying, and they'll be partying for good reason. Rio is ready for golf back in the Olympics.
Frank, thank you. The 2016 timeline, we are 150 days away from the opening ceremony in Rio. The men playing August 11th through the 14th at the Olympic Golf Club. The women August 17th through the 20th. I mentioned 60 men, 60 women will qualify. It will be a 72-hole individual stroke play competition, top 3 receiving medals, gold, silver, and bronze. If there's a tie, a 3-hole playoff to determine the medal winners. When we come back on Golf Central, Jordan Spieth readies for his title defense at the Valspar Championship this week. And John Feinstein looks at Rory's recent final round form and looks ahead to Augusta.